Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Easy English Podcast. My name is Oliver, and today we have one more Christmas themed episode. So it is the 23rd of December when I'm recording this. So I would like to make an episode for you guys. I think it will be on YouTube today and then on Christmas on the podcast. And I want to make an episode about Christmas idioms and phrases. So what better time of the year to learn some Christmassy English phrases? In my opinion, Christmas is a wonderful time of the year. It's filled with joy, traditions, and language. So today we will explore common Christmas idioms and phrases. And these expressions don't just pop up during the holidays, you might also hear them all the year round. So I'm going to explain their meanings and how you can use them too. But first, before we look at these idioms, what are idioms? An idiom is a phrase where the meaning isn't obvious from the words themselves. For example, if someone says it's raining cats and dogs, they don't mean animals are falling from the sky. It just means that it's raining very heavily. And by the way, no one actually really uses this phrase anymore. It's a very old, outdated phrase. So if you've learnt this phrase, it's probably best not to say it because I think most people would be quite confused and wonder, why are they using that? So let's look at these idioms. First, just want to remind you, if you are listening on Spotify, please follow the podcast. It really helps. It helps promote and boost this podcast. So please follow and subscribe if you're on YouTube. And of course, if you want bonus podcast episodes and lots of benefits, check out the Patreon link below to support me. Okay, so Christmas idioms. So here are some Christmas related idioms and phrases, along with examples of how to use them. The first phrase is Christmas comes but once a year. And this means we should enjoy special occasions because they don't happen often. So let's say, for example, you have a big meal and dessert, and you think, should I have a second portion of dessert? Someone might say, go ahead and treat yourself. It's Christmas, and Christmas comes but once a year. It means it's a special occasion. Enjoy yourself. It doesn't happen often. And you can use similar such phrases on birthdays or other special occasions. And if you want to get creative, you can just replace the words in the phrase. Like, for example, your birthday comes but once a year instead of Christmas. Or Easter comes but once a year. So it's a nice little phrase just to say, enjoy yourself, relax. It only happens once per year. The next phrase are like turkeys voting for Christmas. I'll say that again. Like turkeys voting for Christmas. And this phrase is used to describe people making decisions that are clearly bad for them. This makes sense because why would a turkey vote for Christmas? What do we eat on Christmas? So in the West and the UK particularly, we eat a lot of turkey on Christmas. So Christmas is bad news for turkeys. It definitely isn't their favorite holiday because they are being eaten. So just an example of this phrase, you might say, supporting that plan is like turkeys voting for Christmas. It's a terrible idea. It's a bad idea. Why would turkeys vote for Christmas? So why would you support this idea? It's bad. I think this is quite a fun phrase. I think it's quite funny. And a nice little light-hearted phrase. It's not so serious. The next phrase is related to gifts. Of course, on Christmas, we love to give gifts and exchange presents. And one great phrase, which you can use all year round, any time of the year, is good things come in small packages. And this means that valuable things often come in small forms. For example, a tiny but meaningful gift. So I'll give you an example sentence. Don't underestimate the little gift box. Good things come in small packages. You can also use this phrase to describe a small person as nice. So good things come in small packages. Don't worry. The next phrase is one that I hear a lot in Christmas movies, maybe some songs as well, and it is deck the halls. Deck the halls. And this is quite an old English phrase, and it simply means to decorate your home, especially for Christmas. So, example, it's time to deck the halls. Let's hang up some lights and ornaments. Okay, so we've said maybe 4 phrases already. Let's quickly review. I will read them one more time. Christmas comes but once a year. Okay, got it? Like turkeys voting for Christmas. Okay. Good things come in small packages. I can't talk today. I don't know what's happening. And finally, deck the halls. So let's learn one more idiom today, and that is cold turkey. And while this is not directly about Christmas, this idiom is used to describe quitting something quite suddenly. So for example, maybe like smoking or a bad habit. People might say, after the holidays, I'm going to quit sugar cold turkey. So it means you're going to quit it very suddenly. And this is the topic we might talk a little bit more about in the future. Because especially in the new year, lots of people say that they are going to go cold turkey on things. They're going to quit lots of different bad habits and maybe start some new good habits that they see New Year as being a good time to start this. So using some of these idioms from today are a great way to just make your speech a little bit more interesting and really to add a lot of fun. I wouldn't worry too much about using lots of idioms. If I look at native speakers, there are some that use lots of idioms and some that don't really use them at all. So don't stress. It's nice to understand them, but don't put pressure on yourself to use lots of these phrases in your everyday speech. It's just a bit of fun. So some additional vocabulary for today. When I was preparing for Christmas, I thought about a few of these words that maybe you wouldn't know. And one of these is mistletoe. So often people hang something called mistletoe, and it is a plant which is usually hung at Christmas, and people kiss under it. That's the tradition. If you're standing under the plant with your lover or your wife or partner, you should give a kiss underneath the mistletoe. The next one is stocking. So a stocking is a large sock. But why is this related to Christmas? Well, often children will have their stocking, so a large sock filled with lots of little small gifts on Christmas morning. And finally, the word which I think is quite uncommon, but we use it a lot at Christmas, is a bauble. And this is a round ornament that is hung on Christmas trees. And you might be able to see some of these in the background on this video. So some of the design. And there's lots of lovely different types of baubles. So I hope that was a little bit of fun for you today. And I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas. Have a great holiday with your family and friends, people that you love. And if you're on your own, I hope you have an amazing time too. And I wish you health, happiness, and love for this holiday period and a happy new year. Thank you for listening and thank you for supporting me and this project. And I will see you very, very soon. Goodbye.